I'm a social anxiety coach. Decided that I'd hop on today and give you a quick reframe, which works with some clients, helping them better handle romantic rejection. So I coach people in different contexts relating to social anxiety. And one context is guys with social anxiety that struggle with dating and relationships. So, one reason that romantic rejection can really sting, can really hurt, is the idea that you like somebody that doesn't like you. And that dynamic feels unfair because it's unbalanced. When it comes to relationships between people, we all like balance, where it feels like you're getting what you're giving out. There's some sort of reciprocal relationship going on. Your energy's going out, but your energy's coming back. It's not just one way traffic. But when you like somebody, you ask them out and they turn you down, um, then it can feel like this unbalanced and one way traffic. The reframe is so simple. So, for me personally, if a girl didn't find me attractive, didn't want to go out with me, that in itself would make me not interested in a romantic relationship with that girl. I wouldn't want to go out with a girl that doesn't like me. So, because of that, girls that aren't interested in me, that automatically makes me not interested in them. And that creates a mutual feeling. Fairness has been restored. You're not going to go out with somebody that doesn't like you back because it's not fair on you. So, because they're not interested, that's a deal breaker for you. And that means that you're not interested in them. Doesn't mean that you couldn't be friends with that person. Doesn't mean there's not acceptance on a human social level. It's important not to confuse romantic rejection with social rejection. Romantic rejection is completely different, a lot more selective. So you can still accept someone on a social level and have a good time with somebody that isn't interested in you romantically, but you're not going to give them any romantic attention because you're no longer interested in that person. And what that means is that you're not going to lose any energy around that person. Losing energy is where you're giving to somebody else and you're not getting back. And in life, when it's balanced, feels so much better. You don't get drained as much. You're going to be a lot happier because everyone's equal. It's almost like a tube between two people, and you're sending energy, you're sending love, you're sending good vibes down this tube, and they're sending good vibes back. But if you're sending romantic vibes, you're flirting and so on, and it's not being received, you don't need to keep on going when it's definitely a no. You can save that energy. If it comes back to you, then it's fine. But if it doesn't, then it's not fair on you. A few of the reframes and mindsets that I've learned since helping out a bunch of people and on my own journey as well. One is that a good thing with rejection is that it brings a sense of closure. If you're someone that has anxiety as well, you probably value peace of mind and closure. Thinking, does this person like me? Does this person not like me? Going back and forth. Do they, don't they? Do they, don't they? That's exhausting. And it's also wasting your time. You're in the dark. No one likes being in the dark. When someone rejects you, it's amazing because there's closure. You're not in the dark. And what that means is you can view it as redirection. You're not being rejected, you're being redirected. The person you've asked out is saying to you, don't waste your time with me. I'm not available on that level. Go for somebody else. So they're actually saving you loads of time. They're giving you a straight answer to put you out of your misery, so to speak, but also to help you find someone who you're really going to click with, someone that is properly on your wavelength. And it's about finding your people, your tribe. Getting with someone who you genuinely like, rather than just settling and just coasting out of fear. So you can view rejection as redirection. A few other things which really help out as well is understanding the reasons. Sometimes it's situational. The person just isn't available for dating, romantic connection, etc. right now. What that means is that it's nothing to do with you personally. It's not some lack of value, some lack of character on your part. It's actually their own current decision based on their current lifestyle. And people are busy these days. People spend a lot of time working, studying, doing so much stuff. Their lifestyle can be so full. Maybe they just don't have time to be dating right now. I've done the same in my life. There's times where I've been so focused on business, reaching the next landmark, all these things, that I've had to temporarily close down my dating life to do a career sprint, focused on that for a bit, then I've reopened my dating life. So I've been through phases where I've been closed off to dating. So it's understandable that other people can go through phases exactly the same. So sometimes it's purely situational. Another situation could be that she's seeing somebody right now and she wants to see where it's going to go. So there's a sense of loyalty there to a particular person. So again, she's not available for romance, but she's just not available for romance in general, especially when she doesn't really know people that well and there's not that deep connection already there. So doesn't reflect on your value as a person. And the key, from my point of view, if I'm coaching somebody in this area, is that they're not internalizing rejection and making it a really personal thing and about their value as a man, their worth, something like this. They're able to separate the two things. The most personal it can be, someone that you genuinely like that is available, that turns you down, in which case you're not going to be interested in dating that person, even if they become available at some point in the future, because they weren't there for you when you put yourself on the line, and they didn't reciprocate. And you only want people that really dig you. Someone genuinely liking you for you has to be part of the criteria. So that means that when you get a no from somebody, the no is actually mutual. What also helps out as well is you having the proof for yourself that there's people out there that are actually interested in you once they get to know you, they're out there, they exist. The yeses, they're not behind a locked door, they are out there. And this can be hard when you've not had those experiences. If I go back some time in my life, I would have thought there was no yeses out there. I almost came to that conclusion. Romance is behind some sort of locked door. It's it's something that is inaccessible to me, but other people have it super accessible. That's what I used to think. But when I got coaching, got really confident in myself, started to truly connect with people and put myself out there, I started to collect the evidence that this wasn't true. And other people have done the same. Sometimes as well, it's just putting yourself in the right situations with the right people. Context is important as well. If the context is going in your favor, it's gonna make it so much easier. If the context is against you, it's gonna make it way harder. So context is really, really important as well. And sometimes in modern times, it can be hard to know where to go to meet people. The right hobbies, the right activities, the right situations where you can start a spontaneous conversation and all the rest of it. So sometimes it can just be you're not putting yourself in situations where the odds are in your favor and you're not making it easier for yourself, you're making it hard. If it's a girl that doesn't know you that well, a nice reframe is that, well, this rejection can't be personal because she's only seen a tiny sample of my personality. If my personality was like a big circle, she's seen the tiniest like pizza slice from that circle. She's seen a small sample of my full personality. So the rejection is basically meaningless. It's not based on that much. So if it's a spontaneous chat, for example, it could be situational again. Worst case scenario, it's the approach itself. And if it's the approach itself, that's 100% fixable. That was the case for me. So I was someone that had bravery, had work ethic. So many times I went out there trying to meet somebody. From the age of 18 to 24, I went out 4 times a week for 6 years, pushing my comfort zone, trying to meet girls in different situations, trying to overcome my social anxiety, and took a crazy amount of action. And I did come on leaps and bounds because when I was 18, I was just overcoming selective mutism, where I'd speak 1 to 2 words a day, extremely, extremely quiet. So I started off from that place. When I was 24, I got a relationship after that 6 years of bare action taking, basically. But I didn't want to go through the same process again. And I knew that it should be a lot easier than how I found it. And I reached out to a guy that I followed on YouTube for a long time for mentorship. And he mentored me and it changed my life. Was world-class mentorship, exactly what I needed. Then I was truly connected with people and being confident, and suddenly in all areas of life, different results, including dating, relationships. And what this means is that when I was younger, the reasons I was being turned down, it was due to the approach itself. Not me as a person at the core, but the approach itself. I wasn't truly connecting with people. I wasn't making and holding eye contact properly. I was rushing when I was talking. I was almost trying to put someone through a process and get to an outcome rather than um, getting past my own inner demons at the time and truly connecting to the person in front of me in a nice, light, chilled out way. I wasn't doing that until I got the support that I needed and the coaching to make that possible. So all those rejections in the past were largely due to my lack of confidence, not being truly honest, not truly connecting. They were all due to the way I was having conversations, and that was all changeable. So it wasn't personal. It wasn't something fundamentally broken or wrong with me. It was something that was possible to change. And I think most people know deep down that if they could win that battle of them versus themselves every single day, exercising, working hard, pushing the comfort zone, growing, getting past the emotional blockages, moving forwards all the time, never looking back, that winner's mentality, that champion's mindset, not cutting corners, leaving no stone unturned. I think we all know that we could succeed in this area of life. And you may have accumulated enough evidence over time to really believe it. An analogy that I have is it's almost like you're collecting evidence in jigsaw pieces. Oh, someone smiled at me. They must be comfortable and relaxed around me. Amazing. Oh, this person seemed to show interest. How nice. There's potential there. Okay, a date came through. Interesting. That could have gone further. And you accumulate all these jigsaw pieces one at a time, and together they build a picture that it's possible for you to succeed. Even if you've not, let's say, completely succeeded in this area of life, you've seen all the different pieces, you've seen what's possible from other people, from your own experiences, and you know on some level that it's possible for you. Doesn't mean it's easy. Probably it will be hard, but it is possible, it is doable. And actually, it's quite simple. It's simple practically, but difficult emotionally, mentally, and all the rest of it. You're just connecting with people, having conversations. And when there's someone that you really like, that's single, asking them out and building the relationships from there. So it's simple. A lot of it is about what you're not doing, not getting in the way of things. And rejection is a huge blockage that keeps people stuck at home, stops people going out there and putting themselves on the line, stops people winning and succeeding if it gets its way. One more mindset before finishing the live stream. I know this will resonate with some people. Maybe you're afraid of rejection and that's stopping you meeting people. Okay, let's challenge that. What if you don't need to ask somebody out? That's off the table for now. That's a different step. But the first step is getting to know some people. You're not going to ask somebody out until you've got to know someone. There's really is the conversation flows and feels easy. There's a bit of a natural connection. You know for a fact that they're single. There's certain boxes you can have ticked before you ask somebody out. And what that means is that you're essentially screening who you're asking out, massively reducing the frequency of no's, but not reducing the frequency of yeses. And what that means is that you can actually experience less no's without losing out on yeses. Because you're not randomly asking people out when it's too early, before you found out if they're single or not. You're having a proper conversation first. You're testing the waters. You're seeing if certain criteria are met before you're even taking a risk of putting yourself on the line. If you're speaking to somebody, before asking them out, why not give them a compliment? See how they respond to it. If they feel a bit uncomfortable, a bit awkward, and they give nothing back, okay, they're not receptive to compliments. I've tested the waters. Maybe it's not right to ask this person out. But if they respond well to it, they compliment you back, okay, there's a greater chance of getting a yes. So you can test the waters before building up to ask out. If you're someone that wants help and support, coaching in this area, feel free to drop me an email. There's a bunch of people who I've already helped out, a bunch of people who I'm currently helping out in this particular area. Getting you to build a dating life in a way that works for you. Not easy, not quick fixes, no BS. Just being really, really honest, keeping it real, and doing the things that really work. Getting you to build confidence, being yourself. Getting you to meet people, connect with people in your overall lifestyle. Getting you to go to the gym so you're fit and healthy, you're feeling good in yourself. And getting you to face the fears and blockages that are stopping you from getting the success that you want and deserve. If this appeals to you, shoot me an email and we'll get on a call. Until next time, have a great rest of your day. Gonna have myself some food, get into town for coaching, and yeah, keep on helping different people out.